Hello, this is CLE Christian Light Education Grade 4 Reading Curriculum. I did another video where I did a comparison of this one and BJU Press Grade 4. This one is cheaper and way less. Smaller reader book, just less everything. So if you want to look at that video, it's on there. So this is pretty cheap. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks for this teacher's guide, and then the reader is maybe like 10 bucks, and these books are I think $3.70 each. They're 3-week workbooks. They're called light units. They're very thin. Each of them have a test and quizzes, and all the answers are in the teacher's guide, and it teaches you what to say, what to ask, certain sight words or whatever to remember, different stuff like that. So I think this whole thing was like, I think there's 5 light units for this grade. I think they do 10 in the smaller grades, and I know grade 2 reading is heavy in phonics as well. So grade 2 reading almost feels like language arts, but it's not. It's phonics. So anyways, I'm gonna do a more in-depth video here. So in the middle is the test and the quizzes. So right here is, they're like one solid unit like this. So you just, oopsies, try and do this one-handed is not good, not good. Okay, let's hope I don't mess it up. Try and do this one-handed. I probably should have done this before I started this video. Goodness gracious, I hope I don't mess this up. Okay, so ever so delicately, push this back in. Okay, so this is the workbook by itself, and then you'll have, this is the test by itself, and then this is quiz 2 by itself, and then quiz 1. So I'm gonna do more in-depth reading through certain things so you kind of get an idea of if this is a good fit for you. So they have, it's 401 for 4th grade, book 1. It's Christian Light Education, christianlight.org. They need to make an 80 to pass on. So they do like 4 lessons, and then they do a quiz, 4 lessons and a quiz, 4 lessons, I think, and then a self-check and then a test. And then you have the reading terms and the glossary. Welcome to grade 4 reading. The stories you will read for this light unit all happened long ago. In them you will learn something about pioneer schools, how candles were made, and how the Pony Express worked. You will read about children who enjoyed adventures and who experienced both happy times and hard times. You will learn how pioneers' lives were different from your own. And then there you go, some details there. Read the introduction on pages 1 and 2 of your reader that explains the meaning of the title Bridges Beyond. Circle the letter of the answer to your question. To Richard from Now, vocabulary. So you have some vocabulary words there. Word focus. This story happened long ago and uses words you may be unfamiliar with. Fill the cracks between the logs of a building. Curtsy to make a bow of greeting or respect. Okay. Right, true if the sentence is true, or false if it is false. Footnote is a note at the bottom of a page. When you see a small number by a word in your reader, look for a footnote. The footnote gives information about the word. Circle the letter of the answer to the question. What should you do when you see a small number by a word of your reader? Exploring the story, read the introduction, write an answer to the question. When you got ready for school this year, you probably shopped for school supplies. Pioneers did not have stores, so they made the things that they needed. How do you think they made a pencil? What did they use for paper? Did they have ink? Many things in a pioneer school were different from your school. What is one of the ways you think your school is the same? Then it says silently read To Richard from Now. So you would open up your reader. That's nice. So I guess this is the first part they were talking about for, yeah, pages 1 and 2 here. So they would have read this. Dad, why do they call my new reader Bridges Beyond? That doesn't make sense. Well, I don't know exactly, son, but stop and think about it. You know what beyond means, don't you? I think it means something far away. Yes, that's about right. See, if you look out the window, you can see the garden is beyond the swing set. Okay, so that's that. And then here's pages 3 to 7. Like from here, pages 3 to 7. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Look at a map of the United States and find the states between the Mississippi River, the Ohio River, and the Great Lakes. Perhaps you live in one of those states. Before they divided this part of the country into states, it was called the Northwest Territory. Do not confuse this with the present-day Northwest Territories in northern Canada. People from Massachusetts, New York, and other eastern states moved to the Northwest Territory and made homes there. These travelers journeyed in covered wagons, for railroads were not being built yet. Only the brave dare to go because the dangers of wild animals or unfriendly Indians. Along the way, we call these people pioneers. A pioneer makes a way for others to follow. A young woman who went with her husband Henry to live in the Northwest Territory wrote the following letter to her brother, a boy in Connecticut. Dear Richard, although I started my day very early this morning, I am sitting up late to write this letter, for I want it to go in the mail that leaves tomorrow. You would laugh if you could see my clay lamp. Imagine a shallow bowl filled with bear oil. A cotton wick lies in a little groove on the side of the bowl. One end of the wick lies in oil. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you an idea of kind of how it sounds. I'm not going to read all of it, just you can always pause it. Okay, so that's that. So then they'd have questions here. Since there were no railroads, airplanes, or cars, how did people travel? What were 2 dangers along the way? Pioneers often had to be brave, hardworking, and creative. Write each character trait beside the phrase that is an example of it. Bible verse. Table of contents. And then some questions. And that was lesson 1. So, if this interests you, there's also Pathway Readers. It's on milestonebooks.com. When you look on the curriculum page, they have like a separate curriculum that's not Rod and Staff, and it's Pathway Readers, and they have really cheap readers, and they have really extensive workbooks like this, and their workbooks have like vocabulary, and I think it's called Pathway Reading, and it has like vocabulary in there. It'll have them break down like what sentence, what paragraph did you see where it talked about this. So it's like really, really good for reading comprehension. So anyways, oral reading class to Richard from now. Write the school item beside the phrase that tells what the pioneers made it from. Circle the letter of the answer to the question. Compare your school with Nell's school. Write same if the sentence is about something like your school, and write different it is not. Then over here, the Bible verse. So this is what it looks like. Lots of good things. So just pause it if you want to see something. But I think it's amazing, and my daughter loves it. This is not our primary reading curriculum. We have not finished this. This is what we do, like, if we want something easy and quick to grab for a road trip. So I hope this gives you an idea of what the lessons look like. I think it's about $45 for all of this. So Stowaway on the Pony Express. Let's look that up just so you kind of see what some of these stories look like. If you guys like these videos, please like it, leave a comment. Okay, so that's that. So you see that story, and then here's the questions they'd have. Okay, so there's that. I'm just trying to do like a little flip through here. And I make these videos because this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to take my time, read through different pages, see an example, see how lengthy one lesson looks. I really love CLE. So here's the teacher's guide. You see like the different light unit books and what they're covering. So here's lesson 1. They're going to have the light unit page in here that the student has with the answers. And it's going to teach you So they teach it in a very down-to-earth way. It's a Christian curriculum and it's a Mennonite curriculum. And from what I've seen, they do things with excellence. So this is what I guess you would ask the student. Now you can buy just the answers, I believe. They have, I think, a workbook that's just answers. But for the price, I'd rather just have the teacher's guide. So anyways, that's what a lesson looks like. And let me show you the back here. They have alternate tests. So if your child doesn't do so well, let me see here. Okay, so that's the last. So light unit 405, lesson 16, and that's the last lesson. So they have a reading index. I guess it's going to show you what they're teaching. So contents, table of contents would be in light unit 302-3, I guess, where it's first introduced. Yeah. This is where they're teaching certain things, and if you're needing to find more information on it, it's telling you where you would find that, at what point they're teaching that. Scriptural truths and character traits. Scope and sequence. So it's going to show you what they're covering for this grade 4 reading. And you can find this on their website. Just look for the scope and sequence, and it'll show you the grade 4 reading and what they're covering in this. So just more of this. Extra activities. Scriptural truths and character traits. Oral reading skills. Vocabulary words. And then you'll see what light unit it's in. Okay, scripture verses, you can put these on index cards. Those little 4x6 index cards, or the 5x7 ones, you can buy them for like $1 or $2 at Walmart. So they can memorize these. Here's alternate light unit test. So a backup one if you need it. And that's going to be the answers. So this would be what you photocopy. Okay, so that's an alternate test. Reproducible flashcards. Stories. Books for further reading. Okay. And then I'll just show you real quick the quiz. This is quiz 1. Feel free to pause this if you want to read it in further detail. That's that. Quiz 2. If there's anything else you want to see, please leave a comment. Let me know. If you'd like me to do something a little bit different or show something more, let me know. Give me some feedback so I know if this was helpful or not. I do these videos because this is exactly what I would like to see. So that's that. Sorry. Do a little flip through here. It's a lot of words. I think BJU Press has more like pictures and color, but it doesn't mean, you know, sometimes the imagination is great for the fact of you see a picture, well, they've just put that picture in your mind, but if your child uses their imagination, that's going to be unique. So I don't think you have to have a ton of pictures. I know some people think, oh, you know, it doesn't look as interesting, but my daughter loves it. This looks like this teaches about Daniel in the Lion's Den. You can pause it if you want, or yeah, pause your video if you want to. Yeah, Daniel in the Lion's Den. Okay. Hope this has helped. Sorry. I already flipped through all these. I think I'm good. All right. Well, have a good day. See you later. Bye.